Hello, my name is Michael. So today I would like to tell you something about the Valorant. On this channel I will try to do some videos, it's gonna be improvised videos, I will never do some preparationals, never do the scripts, just go inside and all in. Basically we just go all in and talk about the game. Tactics, micro game, it's very important as well, yeah? So I'm pretty I would say old player in FPS games, so I played starting CS 1 and 6, I played Call of Duty, I played a lot of FPS shooter games, and I like this one. Valorant is one of my favorites right now. I prefer it even more than Counter-Strike right now. I don't know, just in my opinion, it's kind of a bit more faster, I think. So, and probably I just play CS2 and CSGO too much in my life, so I need something more interesting and a bit more beautiful thing, yeah. So I play the smokers in this game, and I like concept of this sport because any smoker is support in our game. So what we need to do, we need to put the smokes, we need to put some walls, we need to put some grenades somewhere, you know, some shocking blast like a bridge, who is initiator actually, but not support. But I don't know, I would put him in a support line if he actually didn't got the flashes. But yeah, he's very good in even support. But Brim is my favorite because the lineups. In my opinion, Breen is the best post-plant champion in this game. Maybe Cypher as well is very good because Cypher could put, you know, a lot of beautiful um, traps and some reveals, so he can just wall bank everything. Brimstone can do that as well, but you need to know maps very well and angles very well because you don't have a reveal. Yeah, you have only smokes, you have only molly, and you have only ultimate. But if you have all ultimate and molly, oh my god, guys, this is almost impossible to defuse. And half of the round, if you're lucky with your position, even if you're against two guys, or even three guys, you can 50-50 take every single round of it. If you're lucky with some killing last per person on the plant, you're god. Everyone gonna clap you, everyone says like, oh my god, you're crazy guy. Enemy's gonna call you like, oh my god, you're the rat and you don't know how to play this game, only lineups. But guys, we here to hear it. Yeah, I like hear that. So this is the how your hard work as a lineup master just pays you off. You're the best in this moment. So, Valorant, the same game as all of the games where you need to have to put some bombs, spikes, and so we go inside of the plant, we're planting the bomb and waiting for enemies to come to defuse it, and we have to protect it. Yeah. So spike I forgot on our base. Oh my god, we take it. So what we need to do in this game as the Brimstone. Every time you go somewhere, for example, this is B plant, yeah? So kind of some entrances we have here and here from the defending side. So probably you already understood where I need to put the smokes. Very easy, yeah? I need to cover the heaven, and I have to cover some city here, yeah? But this smoke I wouldn't say is the perfect because enemy can come here and wait for us. Yeah, they can just wait for us and get some lucky shots, or just wait for info and give info to his teammate that oh they are inside, they're planting, and they can actually try to kill the guy who's planting because usually plant happenings there. Yeah, so if we are not careful, our planter is dead. This is not nice. So as the Brimstone, I would suggest to smoke this side like this, and like this, and like this. This is kind of wasting of all of my smokes, but it's almost impossible to enemy except this angle to start deal with us. So if you have flash, You just throw flash here, and this guy never do any skill. So he needs to come in the smoke, and we have all information that we can put easy spike here or easy spike here. Here is even better because we can shoot from the window. We have two different positions where we can hold this spike. Yeah. Because if you put on the default here, this guy from here can't do anything. So he's checking everything, but it's gonna be hard for him to come. Yeah, he opened his right ankle, and we know this is easier to enemy to kill you. But if you have all-in round, you know, when we all just rush inside and just put the plant, it's any map, any condition, any situation, just don't save your smokes. Yes, you have only limited free smokes on Brimstone. That's why on a high level Brimstone is not like preferable smoker as the Glove, as the Astra. You know, all the people who got smokes which get restored, yeah, during the period of time after 20-30 seconds. For example, Omen is very good smoker. Yeah, his smoke is like widest in the game. Yeah, he's just covering from here to here, so very fat smoke. My smoke is not fat, but he's longest one. Longest one, what I say, the 20 seconds, almost 20 seconds, my smoke gonna be here. 20 seconds, imagine, yeah? So we go in with my smokes, we put a spike, and at least more 10 seconds we are secured. And for us, it's brilliant. It's a brilliance. So we have the gold in our hand because 10 seconds on a spike, it's better for Brimstone because you can take even more rounds, yeah, because of your lineup. So this video I want to just make without lineups right now. Yeah, it's in my next video. And now I'm explaining why Brimstone is my pick, why Brimstone is my favorite champion. Also, if you run somewhere and you want to try to help your team, for example, we're running A, yeah, this Abyss. So, counter terrorists, so they're coming inside from here to here, from here to here. Yeah. So what do we need to do? We need to put just couple of only 2 smokes on the start. We need to put smoke here. This is very good one-way smoke and very deep smoke on heaven. Never put smokes like that because they can jump from it and it's hard to see them on the first place. Put as closer you can, like this. This is perfect 2 smokes. Why? Because when you run here, your enemy needs to come up there to kill you and he's exposed. So even if he kills one guy, another guy gonna trade him. Yeah? So, and we know in all of the FPS games, attacking team is better if they trading defenders. You understand, yeah? If you go inside of the plan and you died and your 2 teammates died and 2 defenders died, it's good for you, not for defenders. This is the mandatory in all of this type of the games. Also, this one way helps to see the legs. Sometimes people don't understand what they need to do. They can just bounce with the legs like that and you just saw them and you can tap them if you're lucky. So here usually I never put the smoke like this. This is dangerous smoke. Why? Because while you're planting, someone just can flash, kill, and come back. Yeah, like a breach, like a Phoenix, even a Reyna can do that. They through flash through your smoke, kill the guy who planting the spike, and run out. Never do this. This smoke is very bad. If you wanna put smoke there, put like this. This smoke is much better because it makes enemy more scared because they will think that you're already there if they was not checking that spot and they just gonna stuck here. And this is good information for you that you can even throw molly there. Yeah, just make them run. Yeah, make them run, make them moving. Yes, it's not covering too much, but it's very hard for him to just do a very long pick. You always throw 1 or 2 smokes on a rush on every mount, every plant, every situation. After you through that, we have a C. Yeah, it goes steam bacon. What it does? It does that we're running faster. Yeah, a bit faster, and we're shooting a bit faster. I call this skill mini Reina. I don't know. You can laugh. You can call me crazy, but I call it like mini Reina. So like Reina put the ultimate, she's starting shooting like at x2 faster, but here we kind of like a 20% stronger and faster. So this is very good. So you threw a couple of smokes, your team runs, you through the spike for, and all of your team start moving faster. So if we're moving faster, for us it's easier avoid some operator pick. Yeah, for example, some guy who waiting for small pixel like this. Yeah, like this, he waiting for one tap, and we're running very fast. He will just miss because this is not usual thing what he says. Yeah, because Brimstone is not very popular champion. I would say he's kind of middle tier, or maybe even below tier champion, but just because people don't play him too much and they don't try to understand how to play with this person well, and he is the one of the best supporter. You make all of your team faster, all of your team faster. This is insane. So people don't underestimate this skill. This is one of the strongest skill for Brimstone. I would think it's even better than the Molly actually, because for going inside of the plant, it's perfect. Plus, one small secret: if somebody kills someone after your beacon, you get the assist. Yeah, you got assist, and what give assist to you? Some money. Yeah, some impact and some points. So you play much better. And on some trackers and tracker GG website, you will be much powerful and much useful person for your team, and people gonna see that you're the good player, and they would like to invite you for more and more games to play with them. So be always useful for your team as the Brimstone. Try to not peak too fast, so you're not duelist, so we're the smokers, so we're not going like a first in the fight. Plus we have lineups Molly and ultimate, so it's very good for us if we leave for post plant. Yeah, so we try to survive. So usually duelists go open plants. If they die, we trade them. We put the plant and we wait. Yeah, sometimes we have extra smoke. They put some. The spike is already here, and we just waiting. We just come here in the main, waiting for enemy to come to defuse, checking all the angles and just waiting. This is what you do on Brimstone every single round. He is not defender. He is the support. He is best to support your team. He is best to do the post plant plays. So smokes we understood, yeah? Every time you threw minimum 2 smokes on every site you run. Minimum 2, because most of the maps have 2 or 3 the entrances. So you see it here, 2 entrances. Some maps have 3 entrances, so you have to put even 3 smokes. And don't be afraid. Yes, you have know them after that, but it's better for your team to come inside of the plan and put the spike. Then you have one gap which you not smoked. Your team died, and you have 2 smokes in your pocket, and round is ended. You understand what I mean, yeah? Don't waste it, but never keep it. No. If you run and your team leader or yourself just calling guys go A or go B, just put even up to 3 smokes if it helps you to set up spike. Yes, enemy gonna do retake. Yes, enemy has also smokes, and for now it's their turn. But you already put the spike. You have some lineups what we're gonna study later a bit, and you play from it. Yeah, you always play from it. Okay, so another one important aspect of the Brimstone, that sometimes your team has no duelist. Yeah, I believe, guys, you seen that before in your games, that people just randomly pick Cloth, pick some Omen, pick some Bridge guys, who is kind of half duelist and half opener. But yeah, sometimes you have no duelist. What you need to do then? Then just play a bit more aggressive. I call this like a Brimstone duelist strategy. It's not gonna work too much because your model is pretty heavy, and you see, like, every time people hear you walking, you see, we walking, and we hear the noise. What it means? So enemy also hear the noise, and the Valorant is interesting game that some characters, for example, light characters like a Jet, like a Reyna, they walking differently. You can say who running there, heavy person or light person, like it's a man or the girl running. So this is also important to understand. So if you're running first, they see, oh, someone heavy. It's probably Brimstone running to us. So it's very easy target. So what you do, you through the steam bacon and start to fight with them, because now you're a bit stronger Brimstone, you're a bit faster Brimstone, and they're gonna be shocked. So don't afraid to use your C to open some space. Don't afraid to use your C to even open the plant. You check all the angles, you check everything all the time, guys, and very fast, because sometimes you have no duelist, you have to do something. Yeah, you have to do some action. Sometimes you're gonna be the hero who needs to carry the game. So be this hero and don't afraid to use Brimstone like an opener and through the smokes. Plus, if you died, you use C, yeah, you already make your team faster. You already through free smokes, and even if you die now, all of your free smokes landed, yeah? You made your team faster, they come and traded you, you got some assists for it, and this is good impact. Even if you died the first. So don't worry if someone screams on you like, oh my god, Brimstone, you need to be beside us and we need your smokes. You already landed all of your smokes to help your team. You already put the beacon and they traded, and it was easier for your guys to trade some duelists as well. So you did a lot of impact even if you died after 5 seconds, yeah, on the starting round. Don't afraid to do this, because it's gonna change your games, it's gonna help you take the rounds and basically win the games. Because if you're not taking the rounds, you're not winning the games. Okay. So this is kind of the most important concept of the Brimstone. Also about the mollies and the smokes. So if you threw the smoke like that, you can look, you see where the smoke coming on. You need to just shoot there with your molly, and you will be sure that your molly gonna bounce perfectly in the smoke. Only one exception, you need to be careful that some maps have some walls, some trees, some rocks, some stakes on the walls, and your molly can stuck, yeah? And it means that your smoke not gonna show you a perfect line where it's landing. You see, here is the ideal, yeah? I have nothing in front of me. You see, no walls, nothing. But if you look there, yeah, and try to put some, for example, small smoke like this, you see, I through here, I'm landing molly, and he's flying. And I believe he's gonna stuck somewhere. You see, he just stuck somewhere. It's not working anymore, you see? Plus, I threw the molly here, it was upper level, you see? If it would be on the same level, you see? Look. We threw here. It should land okay. You see, already not perfect. But imagine, you see this line? You see this line? But if my smoke would be here, like this, very, very, very far, my accuracy will be worse even more on the same level. That's why if you put smokes like this somewhere, very far, I will tell you 100% you will almost never land your molly perfectly. That's why I don't believe in the people who says like it's super easy for Brimstone to put molly in the smokes, so you know where exactly it's bouncing. No, guys. Here's a real Brimstone who says you no. on the furthest level, like here, yeah? If we got the same level, let's see, let's find it. Maybe we have something here on Abyss. I will just show you. Kind of. So we see also, no, we don't have we don't have anything here. Yeah, unfortunate. Abyss is not very big map. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, on this level, you see, if you have like inner circle, yeah, your molly gonna bounce perfectly. But if you go upper circle, you see out circle, this one, you will never put your molly inside of the smoke. You're gonna just barely touch it, or you just threw it too far or too close. That's why don't believe in this, smoke thing on the sky. Just make sure that if you threw the smokes, you threw it any map inside, like imagine this is 100% circle, like inside of 80%. Yeah, here in this area, everywhere there, you will bounce perfectly. If you go here, no, your smoke and molly, it's not synergy anymore, unfortunate. So this is also important to know. We also need to remember that our mollies, if we throw the molly on the Brimstone, he bouncing, listen, bam, bam, bam. So he bouncing 2 times, so everywhere you are, 1, 2, bam, 3. So this is also the same thing gonna be, and give me seconds. Cameras calling me and texting me in Steam, nice. Okay, but scammers are everywhere. So once again, so what we just about the molly, yeah? 1, 2, and 3. You see, he bouncing 2 times, and the third one he opens. So every time you throw some mollies, if you will train your own lineups and you don't want to use my lineups, make sure that remember that he bouncing 2 times, and on the third time he opens. Yeah, this molly opens. 1, 2, bam, 3. Always on the third he opens. So this is the perfect, that's why he is the best lineup master and post plant player, because you can do it everywhere. Some on the walls he can bounce, like here, pam, like here, boom, boom, and he gonna fall on the bottom. Yeah, so any other champion can't do that. Viper not bouncing at all. For example, Viper mollies, they just like if you put in the ground, they just stick like a glue. Yeah, Viper mollies bouncing only from the walls, not from the not the ground. Some who also bouncing. Nobody. Maybe the Killjoy a bit. But here, yeah. So that's why our lineups are longest one in the game. And most useful. So, and you're not afraid that your molly gonna stuck somewhere in uh, small angle, for example, like here. Let's see. This is also kind of common. Oop. Equals bam. You see how many times? 1, 2, even here 3 because of because he didn't stuck there on the wall, so it didn't count it, yeah, like a ground. So, and yes, and he just landed perfectly, and you securing the spike. So what else about the Brimstone? So we spoke about the beacon, yeah, one of the best skills in the game for fast entrance in any map, any plan. Keep bouncing 3 times and make sure that you not molly your team. But don't worry if you molly your team, they not get as much damage as enemy. With the smokes, every time you go any plan, any map, just make sure that you're using at least two different smokes. So in one spot is not normal. Yeah, using free smokes, you can do it only if you have full all-in and you don't know, and you know that you don't have a lurk somewhere on a B. Yeah, so like a Reyna moving here, and you just like, oh, we're gonna rush, but it's not gonna be like a full rush, like a 5 person. Because if you rush full, don't keep your smoke. Just make sure your team can go inside easy, safely, and believe me, it's gonna pay you off. It's gonna pay you off a lot, a lot, a lot. So you will be the basically the team angel, you know, team guardian angel. This is very important. Yeah, also, don't rush too fast in front of your team because you're a small carrier, you're not a duelist. But if your team have no duelist, you become a duelist, guys. You prove the beacon and you go inside. This is my playstyle, and I believe this is the best playstyle because one, number one, nobody expect that Brimstone gonna pick first. Yeah, nobody does that. Like fast all-ins or a lot of lineups. So I play two different styles. That's why most of games I'm kind of frag leader. Yes, I'm not playing on a high level. It's about like a platinum, diamond, some um, these Ascendant levels. First, Ascendant 2 I can play. I'm not like a Immortal or Radiant player myself, but I believe that I can play on that level easy if I will have a good team and I will just make their life much easier. So they will took a lot of rounds because of my smoke, because of my beacon, because of my lineups. So, this is the first part of my video about the Brimstone. The next one we're gonna do some just lineups and we're also gonna start with the Abyss because I didn't show you any lineup except that one on the A main, which was the main lineup for Brimstone, so we're not gonna touch it on the next video. And yeah, hopefully you're gonna enjoy my talk. I'm not the perfect English speaking, I'm kind of just learning, even if I'm living in the United Kingdom already like 7 years, but still my English is not perfect. So hopefully it's not be any issue with that and you will enjoy. So next videos I will just only lineups for every single map and hope you're gonna enjoy it. See you on next video.